Surprisingly, a significant number of people, almost 70% according to some studies, experience self-sabotage, often due to subconscious fears or unrecognized triggers. But the good news is, this isn't a life sentence. With the right knowledge and tools, anyone can break free from this cycle. In this video series, we're diving deep into 5 unexpected ways to stop sabotaging yourself. From recognizing the hidden triggers in your daily life to redefining what success truly means to you. We'll explore how building a strong support network, practicing mindfulness and self-compassion, and establishing positive routines can transform your life. Stay tuned as each chapter of this series will equip you with the strategies and insights needed to turn your biggest barriers into your greatest assets. If you're ready to transform your life, keep watching, because this is where your transformation begins. Chapter 1: Recognizing Subconscious Triggers. Self-sabotage can often feel like an invisible force pulling you back just as you're about to leap forward. But what if I told you that this force isn't as invisible as it seems? In this chapter, we'll dive into the world of subconscious triggers, those hidden mental tripwires that push us into behaviors that seem to protect but ultimately hinder us. First, let's understand what a subconscious trigger is. It's a situation, a word, or even a person that sets off a response in you, typically without your conscious awareness. For example, maybe every time you plan to start a diet, you end up binge-watching cooking shows and snacking excessively. Sounds counterproductive, right? But there's a reason behind it. Neuroscientists suggest that these triggers are tied to past experiences or deep-seated fears. Perhaps, in your childhood, food was a comfort in stressful times, so now your brain associates stress relief with eating. Recognizing these triggers is the first step to disarming them. To identify your subconscious triggers, start keeping a journal. Document instances where you find yourself backing away from goals or engaging in self-defeating behaviors. Look for patterns. What emotions were you feeling? What people or environments were you in? Over time, you'll start to see the common denominators in your self-sabotage episodes. Here's a fascinating statistic. According to a study by the University of Scranton, 92% of people who set New Year's resolutions fail to achieve them, often due to subconscious fears of success or failure. This shows how pervasive and powerful subconscious triggers can be. Let's say you've identified a trigger. What next? The key is to disrupt the usual pattern. If stress makes you eat unhealthily, try introducing a healthier stress relief method like walking or yoga. It's about creating new associations in your brain. Dr. Jane McGonigal, a renowned psychologist, suggests using visualization techniques to combat these triggers. Visualize yourself handling a situation where your trigger is present but choosing a different response. This mental rehearsal can prepare you to act differently in real life. Educating yourself about the psychological underpinnings of your behavior can also make a huge difference. Books like The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg explain how habits are formed and broken, giving you the tools to reshape your responses to your triggers. Lastly, remember that recognizing triggers is not about self-blame. It's about gaining self-awareness and control. As you become more aware of your subconscious triggers, you empower yourself to make choices that align with your goals, rather than your fears. Chapter 2: Redefining Success. Often, the root of self-sabotage lies not in our actions but in our perceptions, particularly our perceptions of success. Many of us harbor definitions of success that are so steeped in external validation and perfectionism that they set us up for failure. In this chapter, we will delve into how redefining success can transform self-sabotage into self-empowerment. Let's start by asking, what does success really mean to you? For many, it might mean financial wealth, high social status, or professional achievements. But these traditional metrics can often lead to stress and a never-ending pursuit of more, which paradoxically moves us away from feeling successful. Redefining success on your own terms involves understanding what genuinely makes you happy and fulfilled. Does success mean having the flexibility to spend time with your family? Or perhaps it's about making a significant impact in your community. It's crucial to align your definition of success with your core values, not just societal expectations. Here's an interesting approach. Think about success as a journey, not a destination. This perspective shift can reduce the pressure to achieve specific milestones by specific times, which is a common trigger for self-sabotage. According to Dr. Carol Dweck, author of Mindset: The New Psychology of Success, embracing a growth mindset, focusing on learning and growth rather than just outcomes, can significantly enhance your resilience and satisfaction. To start redefining success, take some time to reflect on your achievements through the lens of personal growth. Celebrate the small victories and the lessons learned along the way. This practice fosters gratitude and a positive outlook, which are key components of a healthy definition of success. A practical step to redefine success is to set goals that are SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. But add another layer. Ensure these goals are also aligned with your personal values. For example, if family is a key value for you, a successful goal might be to manage your work schedule to free up more family time. Engaging in regular self-reflection can also help you stay on track with your new definition of success. Consider setting aside a few minutes each week to reflect on your progress towards your goals and how they are helping you live according to your values. This can also be a time to adjust your goals as you grow and change, which is a natural part of life. Remember, when success is defined by you and for you, it becomes much more attainable and less of a trigger for self-sabotage. As you start to live by this new definition, you'll find that your actions naturally align more closely with your true desires, reducing the impulse to engage in self-defeating behaviors. Chapter 3: Building a Support Network. The people around us can have a profound impact on our behavior and our ability to reach our goals. This chapter explores how building a strong support network can help combat self-sabotage by providing encouragement, accountability, and different perspectives that challenge our self-defeating behaviors. It's essential to surround yourself with people who uplift and support your aspirations. These might be friends who cheer you on, family members who listen thoughtfully, or colleagues who encourage you to pursue your goals. A support network isn't just about having cheerleaders. It's about cultivating relationships with people who will constructively challenge you when you fall into self-sabotage. Research shows that having a support system can significantly increase your chances of success in any endeavor. A study by the American Psychological Association found that individuals with a strong social support network are more likely to achieve their goals and recover from setbacks more quickly. Start by evaluating your current relationships. Ask yourself, do these people help me feel empowered? Do they encourage me to be my best self? If you find that some relationships consistently lead to doubt or negativity, it might be time to reconsider their role in your life. Next, actively seek out new connections, especially with those who share similar goals or have overcome similar challenges. Joining groups, whether online or in person, that align with your interests can be a great way to meet supportive individuals. For example, if you're aiming to start a business, a local entrepreneur meetup could provide valuable connections and advice. It's also important to be open about your goals and struggles. Sharing your journey with your support network not only allows them to offer help and encouragement but also creates a sense of accountability for you. When you vocalize your goals, you're more likely to stay committed to them. One effective way to build and maintain a support network is through regular check-ins. These can be informal catch-ups with friends or more structured meetings like mastermind groups, where members meet regularly to discuss their progress and challenges. These interactions can provide you with fresh perspectives and keep your motivation high. Don't overlook the power of mentoring. Having a mentor who has navigated the path you're on can provide invaluable insights and guidance. Mentors act as sounding boards and can offer strategies to overcome the specific forms of self-sabotage you might encounter. Finally, remember that building a support network is a two-way street. Be ready to offer the same level of support and encouragement you seek. Engaging actively in the success of others can reinforce your positive habits and help you internalize the very behaviors you aim to cultivate. Chapter 4: Mindfulness and SelfCompassion. In the fight against self-sabotage, mindfulness and self-compassion are invaluable tools. This chapter delves into how these practices can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, reducing impulsive reactions and fostering a kinder, more understanding relationship with yourself. Mindfulness, the practice of being present and fully engaged with the here and now, without judgment or distraction, can help you recognize when you're starting to engage in self-sabotage. By becoming more aware of your thoughts and emotions, you can catch these patterns before they lead to counterproductive behaviors. Let's consider an example. You're working on a project and suddenly feel overwhelmed. Instead of pushing through or seeking help, you procrastinate. With mindfulness, you can learn to notice when feelings of overwhelm arise, pause, and choose a different action that aligns more closely with your goals. Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, the founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, emphasizes that mindfulness isn't about getting rid of thoughts but learning to relate to them in a healthier way. When you observe your thoughts without attachment, you give yourself the chance to choose how to act, rather than being driven by automatic responses. Self-compassion complements mindfulness by allowing you to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Dr. Kristen Neff, a leading expert on self-compassion, suggests that this practice can significantly decrease the likelihood of self-sabotage. Instead of beating yourself up for a setback, self-compassion enables you to acknowledge your mistake, learn from it, and move forward. Here are a few practical ways to incorporate mindfulness and self-compassion into your daily routine. Mindfulness meditation. Spend a few minutes each day sitting quietly, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts as they come and go. This practice can enhance your ability to remain present and engaged, even under stress. Self-compassion breaks. Whenever you notice self-critical thoughts, pause and ask yourself, what would I say to a friend in this situation? Speak to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement, changing your internal dialogue from one of criticism to one of support. Mindful journaling. Write down your thoughts and feelings about various situations without judgment. This can help you better understand your internal processes and pinpoint triggers for self-sabotage. Implementing these practices may also lead to significant improvements in mental health. Studies have shown that regular mindfulness meditation can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, which are often linked to self-sabotage. As you begin to practice mindfulness and self-compassion, you'll likely notice a decrease in self-sabotaging behaviors. You'll be better equipped to handle challenges and setbacks, and you'll cultivate a more supportive inner dialogue. Chapter 5. Creating a positive routine. Establishing a positive routine is crucial for overcoming self-sabotage. Routines can structure our lives in ways that support our goals, reduce stress, and minimize the opportunities for negative behaviors to creep in. In this final chapter, we will discuss how to create routines that reinforce positive self-perception and discourage the habits that lead to self-sabotage. The power of a well-crafted routine lies in its ability to turn positive behaviors into automatic habits. When you design a routine that aligns with your values and goals, you eliminate much of the decision-making that leads to mental fatigue and potential self-sabotage. For example, if your goal is to write a book, establishing a daily writing session at the same time each day can help make writing a natural part of your life. Start by identifying the areas where you typically engage in self-sabotaging behaviors. Do you procrastinate when faced with big projects? Do you skip workouts if they're not scheduled? Once you know where you're vulnerable, you can build routines that counteract those tendencies. Here's how you can build effective routines. Start small. Implement small changes that are easy to manage. If you want to exercise more, start with a 10-minute workout at the same time each morning rather than trying to fit in an hour at a random time. Anchor your habits. Connect new habits to existing ones. If you drink coffee every morning, use that time to plan your day or read a book on personal development. Prepare the night before. Reduce friction for your morning routine by preparing things you need in advance. Lay out your workout clothes, or set the coffee maker to start before you wake up. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use an app to track your adherence to your routine. This visibility can motivate you to keep going and also provide insight into what works and what doesn't. Consistency is key in any routine, but so is flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and rigid routines can sometimes lead to frustration and setbacks. Allow yourself some flexibility to adjust as needed, which can prevent feelings of failure that might lead to self-sabotage. Positive routines also encourage a positive mindset. Studies have shown that people who maintain regular positive routines have higher levels of serotonin, a chemical in the brain that helps to regulate mood, happiness, and anxiety. This biological feedback plays a significant role in our overall well-being and our ability to pursue long-term goals. In conclusion, building a positive routine helps not only in reducing self-sabotage but also in fostering a healthier, happier life. As you implement these strategies, you'll find that your days are more productive, your goals more attainable, and your incidents of self-sabotage fewer. With the strategies from all 5 chapters, you are now equipped to tackle self-sabotage head-on and pave the way for personal success and fulfillment.